And as a filmmaker myself, this is so well done, very artistically done. This is the most impactful acne video that has ever been created on the internet. I'm being serious. If you haven't seen this video, you absolutely have to stick around because this is something everybody should see, which is why I'm reacting to it today. This is You Look Disgusting by My Pale Skin. This was posted in 2015. It has 34 million views. Let's get into this. So not to take us out of the moment, because I think this really relies heavily on the music she's using. I think M4, the girl who produced this, really had a good idea in mind here, because she's really taking us through a journey right here where, you know, in the beginning, you see all these terrible comments that people are saying when you're just being natural, barefaced, the way that you really look. And then she feels pulled to have to put makeup on her face just so that people won't make those comments. Not even so that she feels beautiful or so that people will praise her, really just to get away from the negative things that people are saying, just to be treated like any other human, which is super evoking. And as a filmmaker myself, this is so well done, very artistically done. Let's keep going. So this part of the film also is really important because for a moment there they showed her with her makeup on and all these positive comments, people being like, you're so beautiful, you're stunning, oh my gosh, you look amazing. And then the reality as well too, because it's not just like that, right? When people wear makeup, a lot of times the comments are like, oh my gosh, you wear way too much makeup, you look better natural. But then it's like this circle, it's this circle thing, right? Because if you have any acne or whatever, when you take off your makeup, then people are like, ew, cover it up. It's like, this is such a good film to me because it's very raw. It relies entirely on emotion. It doesn't have to have any words like I'm adding to it, no commentary. But it speaks so many volumes because so many of us have gone through this. Even if you're not a girl or if you're not someone who wears makeup, you can still relate to this because maybe you wear a ball cap or maybe you wear your hair a certain way to cover up your acne, and you understand that this is something that we all have to go through. Someone commented, you saw it on here, that said, this is so misleading. And it's crazy because the way that people are commenting is misleading, right? And for so many of us, if people are saying, you're disgusting, you're terrible, a lot of times it'll push us to cover our makeup or cover our face up. And then people will say things like, you know, you're so good looking, you should just show your face. So those comments themselves are misleading because it's giving us mixed messages, and it's really confusing our ability to have strong self-confidence and strong self-esteem in ourselves. This is an amazing film. Let's finish it up here. So good. And the way that M. Ford, who produced this, rounded it all up by taking, in the beginning we had 3 different phases of comments of people talking about us, our acne, but at the end she wrapped it up with a 4th phase of people who have acne commenting about how they've been affected after seeing her acne and her photos, her social media. And I thought that was a great way to round it up, because really what matters is your own opinion of yourself, but also people who understand you and what you're going through. Those opinions matter to me a lot more, because those people are weighting their words. They're putting weight to the words that they're speaking instead of just blabbering them out, because they come from a place of empathy and they come from a place of understanding of what you're going through, versus people just logging on being like, oh, I just have a bunch of stuff to say, like, oh, you shouldn't wear makeup, or you're ugly, or whatever. So this film, I feel like, had such a huge impact, and it was so viral, obviously, because it is such an amazing story told in just 3 minutes without really any words spoken. It's just music that evokes the emotion for you to get into the moment, and you read these comments and they resonate. Whether or not you're one of the people who deals with acne, maybe you're even somebody who has insulted somebody with acne or insulted somebody in any way, and it still will evoke the same emotions for you, and probably has a lot of people questioning how they've treated people in the past. I think that is awesome. I also want to say, I think it's so funny because we all have our own opinions. We all have our own subjective idea of what looks beautiful or what doesn't look beautiful. And obviously I know people who haven't dealt with acne like me or like you, they might see acne on my face or on this girl's face or anyone's face, and they might think, "Ooh, that's a deal breaker. That is something that's, unattractive for me." But it's crazy, because to me, I think acne makes people more attractive in a lot of ways. Some people just have a good face for acne. It's kind of a weird thing to say. But also, in my experience, because I have gone through acne, I see acne as this almost like this badge of honor. It's like this badge where I know that you are going to understand me. You're going to understand not only acne, but also other struggles that people go through. So I know there's going to be a deep-rooted sense of empathy. And for me personally, that's very attractive. Anyways, this whole film, to me, is an extremely important part of the acne movement, the acne positivity, skin positivity movement, and the acne community in general, because this brought acne to the forefront 5 years ago in people's minds who probably weren't watching a lot of acne videos back then. So while I was doing things like showing my Accutane journey or showing my personal journey, there were people who were making these artistic pieces like this, and it was opening more and more of a conversation and opening more of a road for us all to walk down. And I think it's so awesome that there was a couple of us who were really working through there not being a huge audience yet. And now, if you look at the acne community, there's a huge audience. There's so many people sharing their journeys. And it's because of videos like this, where maybe those people who are sharing now wouldn't have felt comfortable, but they looked at this and they said, you know what? She put herself on the line. It's an amazing story. It helped so many people if I look through the comments. And even though I'm going to receive some hate, I'm going to be able to help a lot of people by sharing my story. That's one of the reasons that I share my stories, because obviously it is hard when people are being negative, but it's a beautiful thing when you're able to help people. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. I really wanted to react to this video for a long time. So I'd love to hear what you think about this video in the comments below. If you enjoyed it, give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Check out my free acne ebook, my #1 tip for improving acne. Get on the waiting list for my acne program that's coming out in a couple of months. It's going to be amazing. So get that ebook. You'll be put on the waiting list. I'll let you know when the program comes out. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the very next video.